Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, depending on where you are. I promised y'all a bookkeeping term or word of the week, and this week it is single entry bookkeeping. Now, catch with single entry bookkeeping, it is harder to detect theft or loss for your business. It is harder to track, but it is very easy to do. It's very, very common. You probably do this when you budget and don't even realize it. All you do, type in a starting number, type in what you subtract. As I said on the TikTok, start with 10,000, subtract 5,000 for a computer, add in 500 for a job you did, you end up with $5,500 at the end, and you keep going down with that. Now, is this the easiest way to do it? It's very simple, it's very easy, it's very common. Does this keep track of it as well? No, because you are not tracking in and out on two different lines, making sure they always equal out. Reconciling this is a requirement to be able to track this accurately. You have to go through, you have to match stuff up all the time. Do I do that anyways with double entry? Yes. Now, the official definition, it's a method of bookkeeping that relies on one-sided accounting entry to maintain financial information. The primary bookkeeping record in single entry bookkeeping is the cash book, which is similar to a checking account register. So your bank does this generally. And as many people know, your bank does not always get this right. They miss numbers. They charge you too many times. I know at one of my jobs, we're having the system charge you 4 times when you swipe your card once, and it should just be charging you once, and the company is still not getting paid. You're getting charged 4 times. Where's the money going? Yes, that is getting fixed. Now, it does say that in the UK, it's called a check account or current account, something most people here in the US would not know. All entries are allocated among several categories of income and expense accounts. Separate account records are maintained for travel expenses, petty cash, accounts payable, accounts receivable, inventory, other relevant transactions. To save time and avoid errors, manual calculations, single entry bookkeeping can be done today with a do-it-yourself bookkeeping software. Rocket Money is a great way to do that. Though again, this is single entry bookkeeping. It is not as accurate. Is it good for your personal? Perhaps. Is it good for your business? Not necessarily. Because again, it is a lot harder to find any losses you have, any profit maintaining you have, any theft going on. You are going to have a much harder time tracking that. Now, what I do day to day, what I do with the businesses I work with, I use QuickBooks, which is a double entry method, and I also track your profit and loss. I track how we can make something work better, how we can make something do more. You can't do that with single entry bookkeeping. You can't track that as well. It just doesn't do it. It takes going through every single transaction every single time, going through your bank statements every single time to find what these things are, what these things do, how these things work, rather than just entering them and saying, hey, why is this doubling up? Hey, why is this more than it was? What is going on here? What is this doing? I love my job. I love making people's money work for them. So honestly, there's not a whole lot that goes into this. This is one of our smaller terms. So you know what it says in the World Wide Web, and you know what it says officially from a bookkeeper on how this works. Is this a bad system? No. Is it a harder system to keep track of? Sometimes your bank does this for you basically when they keep track of your checking account. So not really necessary, but for tax purposes, I would advise double entry. It is harder to combat, honestly, because you have a more accurate tracking of it. Personal, this would work just fine. Now, I hope y'all have a wonderful day or night, depending on where you are. Bye, guys.